planet Earth. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're at IDK. My BFF Jill, 730. I'm Preston L. Young, wishing you warm salutations and congratulations as always because you've made your way to the Buffington Post. Today is time for another Angel and Faith review for Angel and Faith Season 10, Number 12. Sorry if there's glare. It looks like this. It's Ko riding this badass dragon situation. Awesome. So yeah, this is the issue where we find out all about Ko and his past and how he got into his magical prison that Buffy inadvertently released him from. So here we go. It's time for Angel and Faith, Season 10, Number 12, recap and review.
1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect, frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now here in Manhattan, the spell is broken, and we live again. Defenders of the night. We are gargoyles.
So, okay, first of all, yeah. Ko is from this alternate dimension. I feel like I missed that. Whatever, apparently he's from an alternate dimension. And let me go ahead and address the difference between Fred and Tara, because I'm always going off on my Buffy discussions about how we can't bring
Tara back from the dead, we don't do that, blase blase.
So why am I in favor of bringing Fred back instead of Tara? Well, the Buffy universe laws dictate that you have to have died from a mystical death in order to be revivified or resurrected. So here we go. The Tara situation, she died by mortal means. She was killed by a gun from a human. Like, it's very natural order. So then you've got Illyria, you got Fred, she had a mystical death, and then Fred's memories are still within Illyria, and Illyria inhabited Fred's body. And so now that the new Seed of Wonder and the new magic in Magic Town are going on, that's why we have Fred again. It's trying to figure out how to deal with Fred. So that's the difference. And at the same time, Angel was canceled when it ended, and so they were going to do a lot more stuff with the Fred and Illyria identities clashing that they didn't get to explore, and now they're able to do that. So I can't fault them on doing what it is that Joss had in mind in the first place. So let's get into it. We've got this big reunion. Ko shows up looking for Illyria, who is all up in Fred, who is with Angel and Faith at Nadira's, safe haven. So then, okay, he's like, I found you, Illyria. And she's like, I'm not really Illyria. My name's Fred. The old one, Illyria, possessed my body, etc. And she's just all up in me. And Ko's like, well, fuck, I needed Illyria's help. Whatever. And so Nadira's like, well, why don't you tell us your whole long story? Because Nadira, I don't trust her. If you look at my crackpot theories, there are my Angel and Faith Season 10 predictions, and I really don't think that Nadira is too trustworthy. So anyway, Ko goes on to tell us about his whole life. He's in this Natobi tribe. They are from this alternate dimension, and then Natobi aren't necessarily warriors, but they do have this elite class of warriors called the Yataro. And so the Yataro train, and then they drink fire, and after they drink fire, it makes them crazy with rage, and they go out into the wilderness so that they won't hurt anyone in the village. And he basically does this. He drinks a fire, he goes out into the wilderness, he's like, kill, he's all kill all the time. It's crazy. Doing this whole Spartan majigger. And then after the fire kind of runs its course and he like gets out of his rage state, he goes home and everybody is dead. Everyone's dead. And the high priests of the Natobi, the overseers, they're like, you did this in your crazy enraged state. And he's like, no, there's no way I would do this. And they were like, yeah, well, you Yataro, what you do is you go on this like rage state and you lose days and weeks of your memory. Hello, you did all this. And as punishment, we're going to trap you in this magical prison in another dimension and you'll never get out. So, this is how Ko got to our plane of existence, into the magical prison that Buffy inadvertently destroyed when she destroyed magic. Okay, so that's how Ko got here, and Fred rather, is explaining to Ko that, sorry about your problems, but I can't just like dial up Illyria and figure out who it was that imprisoned you like she had promised you. And so then Faith is like, I gotta go. I'm so glad you're back, Fred. Worry about your answers later, but the important thing is you're back. Holla back, I gotta go. And Angel's like, well, where are you going? She says, well, I have an actual life now. I'm Faith Lahane. I have a life. And she has to get back to Zane Pharmaceuticals. And he's like, oh, well, maybe we can meet up at this bar. And she's like, oh, yeah, Rory's. I know the place. It's where I was talking to Brant at. And he's like, you know Brant? You've already been to Rory's and you've been back one day? And so, whatever. She goes off to Zane Pharmaceuticals. She's going down there and seeing some situations. Reese is talking to her about, the goings on and how she really wants to bring Faith on full time. Whatever. Faith doesn't want to do this. And she and Zane are talking about the goings on, and basically Reese tells her that, it's not all just going to be cures and whatnot. Like, they have to do some serious research. It's not like we're dissecting people back there or anything, but we do have to do some research. And so Faith is like, maybe you shouldn't have brought up dissecting because your place is starting to look super shady now. So Faith feels like there's something up at Zane Pharmaceuticals. And watch them turn out to be our new, Wolfram and Hart, but from a scientific perspective. Cool. So then, okay, Fred intimates to Angel that she had lied to Ko, that she does have some of Illyria's memories, and in those memories that she has, she totally remembers that Illyria went to the Natobi's dimension, tried to get them to bow the knee, but they wouldn't. So Illyria, took out all the motherfuckers there. She killed everybody. And yeah, so she made a deal with the overseers, the Natobi priests, to find a scapegoat for this massacre. And as a reward, if they would find a scapegoat to take the fall for it, Illyria would give them a high appointment and dominion over their particular dimension, right? So whatever. Holy shit. As Fred is saying all this stuff about Illyria, friggin' Illyria starts to erupt out of Fred, and it's super scary. And Fred's like, no, don't take over me. And Illyria's like, I'm back, motherfucker. Fred kind of, overcomes her. And she's like, okay, I need to go to sleep because she can't come out when I'm asleep because it's like she's asleep too. So she goes off to go to sleep. Whatever. So we pick up with Ko. He's at Rory's. These demons are talking to him. He just starts lashing out at them because he can't get his revenge because there's no way to talk to Illyria, who's the only person who knows, even though Illyria wasn't going to tell him anyway. Whatever. So he starts fighting with all the demons on the bar, and great big bar fight. And Angel comes in and he knocks them the fuck out, and he's like, you need to calm down and let's talk about this and see if we can't solve your problem. And that's where we leave Angel and Faith Season 10, number 12. So, okay. Here are my one really problem with this issue is the fact that Fred refers to Illyria as a she. Now, I don't know if if Fred is kind of identifying with Illyria because Illyria has inhabited Fred's body, it's set. But I just feel like it's wrong. I feel like Illyria is not a demon. Illyria was like the only one demon of its kind. You know what I mean? It's not like it's one of a certain type of demon. They called it a demon god. It was an old one. It's its own thing. And I think to give it gender-specific pronouns just kind of denotes the whole idea of Illyria. But that's just a little nitpick. So anyway, the writing was really on point in this issue. I feel like everything kind of had a good narrative flow, and I finally realized like how well they've got the voices down, because I was really reading Fred pretty closely, and I could hear Amy Acker's voice in the inflection just from the writing itself. And the same with Angel when he was kind of like, you know, embarrassed and disappointed that Faith had already like made it all around town in a day and figured out everything that's going on. And then I'm really enjoying that Faith is, you know, doing her own mission, saying, I'm Faith Lahane, I've got my own life, I'm gonna do this separately, because, you know, last season she kind of had that with Nadira, but, you know, Nadira ended up coming all up into the plot, and, you know, I feel like now Faith really has something that's hers, which is important for her. Like I was saying in my last review, I think it's really kind of effed that Faith never gets to have any kind of like romantic interest. So I'm hoping that they'll really remedy that soon. I think Ko actually fits much better over on Angel and Faith. His whole dynamic, his story, his background, his kind of take on the verse, I think it jives much better with what's going on in Angel and Faith. And I don't know why they haven't brought Gunn into the story. He's like our one Scooby, or not Scooby, but like Angel's Avenger, who's still out there, but he's in LA. And he's probably doing important things in LA, I'm sure, but I feel like we are missing kind of a core group. And Sophie and Lavinia are great, and I really missed them this issue. And Brant, we're still getting to know him. I just don't understand why we don't have an established character like Gunn or like Gwen, you know, in the mix over in England with us. But I think Ko is a really great fit for it just because of his whole demeanor and his sense of honor and his holding on to the past, which is what our characters do over there, right? And so that's pretty much all I've got to say. I liked the issue. Angel and Faith is finally good again. Yay. And yeah, catch us out next time. I'm Presnell Young, right here at the Buffington Post. I've got your Buffy Vampire Slayer Season 10 reviews. I've got discussions on the other Slayers. I've got Buffyverse discussions on the major themes. And there's other stuff. Just come back, like, dislike, comment, describe, question, and share. Oh, I was trying to say subscribe. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.
1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect, frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now here in Manhattan, the spell is broken, and we live again. We are defenders of the night. We are gargoyles.